Hi, welcome to Sandra's Sisterhood. I'm Carrie. This is a channel for the single, childless person. Today, I'm going to talk about ways to cope with loneliness. Nobody is a stranger to loneliness, and for the single, childless person, we can experience loneliness in a way that I think has a unique twist on it. As we have friends and those around us who start to partner up and have children, their availability becomes different. And so we can experience loneliness on that level, and then we can also experience loneliness related to the grief of being childless. So, today I'm going to give 7 quick tips or 7 quick suggestions on some ways to cope with loneliness. The first one is watch your favorite TV show. Mine, for example, is the training episode of the British version of The Office. Whenever I'm feeling low or down or lonely or even anxious, I put this episode on because it makes me laugh, it distracts me, and it can help reset my mood in that moment. Number two, journal. Journaling is not just for writers. It's not just for people who have something eloquent to say. It's not just for sophisticated people. Journaling is for anybody. If you have a paper and a pencil or pen, you can journal. You don't have to be polite in your journaling. You don't have to take care of other people's feelings in your journaling. This is a way to just spray out everything that you're feeling. And our feelings related to loneliness can oftentimes kind of fester and start to get on a repeated loop within our brain. So, this is a good way to just get it out there. Number three, hype music. Music in the brain, there's lots of data around how music impacts mood. And don't forget this coping skill when you're thinking about loneliness. Put on your hype music. Put on that music that puts you in a good mood no matter what, that you start to move around a little bit more, maybe dance, reminds you of something that feels good. For me, I'm Gen X, so I really like Foo Fighters and Nirvana, Jane's Addiction I really like. Put on those tunes that make you feel good. Number four, take a walk. Just a change of scenery, again, can sometimes help with loneliness. Particularly, my favorite time to do that is in the springtime, but any time can be helpful for that. It gets your body moving, which can be helpful. It distracts your brain. It gets you in a different scenery. It doesn't have to be a long walk. It doesn't have to be this hugely meditative walk, although it could be, but just get up, move your body, and go out. Number five, read a book. Doesn't matter what kind of book, one that you can lose yourself in, distract yourself in. Again, this is another distracting technique where it takes concentration to read a book. You have to follow along with a story to read a book. And so sit down, read a book, light a candle, kind of create the ambiance, and allow yourself to just go to a different place for a period of time. Number six, this is one that really helps me. Listen to a podcast, similar as to read a book, but a little more accessible sometimes. And you can choose sort of what mood you're in. Again, listen to a podcast that can help motivate you, inspire you, or even help you feel like you're not the only one. There's lots of podcasts related to childlessness, singleness, but there's also a lot of podcasts related to living your best life. I hate that saying sometimes because it's a little dismissive, I think. But I mean this in a way in which it helps you center on setting goals, setting intentions, and then recognizing and trying to remind yourself that you do have something out there to live for and that you can work toward. Number seven, take a nap. Again, if you're tired or fatigued, and experiencing grief can definitely fatigue us, taking a nap can be helpful. When we're not well rested, it's difficult for us to cope. It can be difficult for us to manage our feelings, manage our emotions, talk to others. So, taking a nap or resting can absolutely be a healthy coping skill that you can use. We don't want to do that sort of all day, every day. So, if you're noticing that you're not able to get out of bed, or that you're sleeping a lot more than usual, that can be a signal for something else that you may want to talk to your doctor about. However, making sure that you're rested is definitely a way to help take care of your brain and your body. So I will recap. One, watch your favorite show. I like to watch shows on repeat. I have anxiety, and so it can help create kind of a reliable and predictable way that I can engage in a TV show in a way that I find relaxing. Number two, journal. Number three, play that hype music. Maybe you make a playlist. Number four, take a walk. Number five, read a book. Number six, listen to a podcast. And number seven, just good old take a nap. Again, these seven ways of coping aren't meant to imply that do one of these seven things and then you're not going to feel any feelings anymore, or you're not going to feel lonely anymore. These are really coping skills or things to do to help you in the moment of the feeling. Again, to manage and work through loneliness on more of an ongoing basis. I think working with a therapist can be appropriate, support groups, a coach, as long as the loneliness isn't impacting your ability to work, be around others, or take care of yourself. So essentially, as long as it's not reaching into the mental health realm, then a therapist would be more appropriate. But again, these are things that you can do to help yourself in the moment with loneliness related to being childless, not by choice.